Good morning, I'm Jenny.
I'm Jay, and welcome to Wake Up with Jenny and Jay. How you doing, Jenny?
I'm good, Jay. How are you doing?
I am fabulous because you know why? You know why I'm
Why?
fabulous?
Why? Tell me.
It's Star Wars week, baby. Yeah. Oh my God, I'm so high. Like I said, I was saying last week, I'm a huge geek, so I tend to celebrate things that nobody else celebrates. But it's Star Wars week. You see, I got my Lando Calrissian shirt on. This is one of my
I
favorite shirts.
saw.
I tend not to wear it until Star Wars week just because I don't want it to get faded or anything like that. But
Yep, yep, yep.
it's definitely
Very nice, very nice, very nice. And
awesome.
you just finished a fabulous workout, my friend. We were just talking about that.
I did. Anyone who follows me on Instagram, they know I'm all up into my beach body fitness
Mhm.
routines.
Yes,
And
sir.
this week I'm trying out Shanti's newest workout, Let's Get Up. It's a combination of dance and lifting weights. So you have to be careful because some of the movements you're moving with the weights, and you got to
Yeah.
be really, really careful not to choose too heavy. But
Mhm.
other than that, I love it. Shanti has me laughing through the whole things. Some of the movements he has me doing, I have to be really secure about my masculinity. But
Yeah.
other than that, I'm really good. I'm really good. It's
I don't
really
I
dope.
don't think that's a problem for you, Jay. You're a guy's guy.
Oh, thank you, shucks. I appreciate that.
I
Sorry. Before
yeah,
you
yeah,
go
yeah.
further, there's also one thing I showed you. So last week I told you that I would try my best to remember something, and I couldn't wear it this week because again it's Star Wars week, so I got to rep my Star Wars every day
Oh
this week that
my
I
god.
can. But
Oh my god.
I
Oh my god.
did
Oh my
bring it
god.
out my closet. So here is the Golden Girl shirt that I was talking about. Can you
Oh
guys see
my
it?
gosh.
So yeah, like it's a little wrinkled. Sorry, like I'm trying to get it straightened for everybody. So it has Dorothy as Savage, it has Rose as Classy, Blanche as Bougie, and it
Bougie.
has Sophia as what
Ratchet.
Ratchet. So yeah, I love my
That
shirt. This is
oh
one of my
my gosh.
favorites.
That
So
is
yeah,
the perfect shirt ever. And they labeled
so
it perfectly.
you're right.
Each one
Yep.
of those descriptions fits those ladies. I love it.
Exactly. So yeah, my
Oh,
wife found that on Facebook. Wow, almost a year ago, and it's one of my
oh.
favorite shirts. I love it.
I will have to look for one. I
Yes.
desperately need one of those.
Hmm.
You promised and you delivered, sir.
I
Impressive.
try. I try.
What a man is made of. Promises and deliveries.
Exactly, right? Oh man. Oh, but how was
Well,
your weekend? How was your weekend? How's
it
things
was
going?
good. I am also doing a little bit of weightlifting. I have a
Oh,
3 pound coffee that I'm lifting to my mouth.
nice. And you have the famous monkey mug.
Mhm. Your favorite. Yep.
Yes, I know, right?
Yeah, I
Ah,
decided to knock it up a notch today.
ooh.
Um, my weekend was great. It was very, very busy, very
Yeah.
busy.
Mm-hmm.
Fully booked at the clinic.
Yeah.
Lots of things going on. So I've been doing
Mm-hmm.
that. Put out the magazine this month. Holla.
Whoop, holla. If you
Yeah.
haven't copped that free download, please go ahead and do that. Her magazine is awesome. Inspired. Let's go.
Thank you. And it also
Mhm.
features you, my friend.
Oh, does it? Well, oh my God. I'm such a surprise. So shocked. Ooh, wow. Nice.
It is my birthday month, so
Yep.
I
Whoop,
am
whoop.
something to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, which is not going to be much because you know.
Still stuck in Corvette. Canada is locked down tight. Have they
Ugh.
given any signs that you guys are going to be lifted at all anytime soon, or
Yeah,
is it just
they said yesterday they're lifting the restrictions because it just people are for two reasons. They realized that they were just too harsh the restrictions, and for
right?
another reason is people don't give a and they're going around doing whatever they want to do, ignoring the rules. Golf courses are open, they're
Well,
ignoring
that's the thing. Like a
like
lot of people have been shut down, have been locked down in their houses for over a year, and people
yeah
just want to go and be normal again. So, at this point, having lockdowns to me seems a little bit crazy. Not that I'm
yeah.
against them, but they just seemed not the best decision to make, depending on
Yeah,
how the
well, it's
climate
really
feels.
messing with people's lives, and I think people are just
Mhm.
fed up with it and they're over it. And I mean, I'm
Yeah.
personally done with it all.
Hmm.
I'm ready to move on. But
Agreed.
yeah,
Agreed.
so yeah, did that. I started on my new marathon challenge.
I saw
So
that. I saw that. You
yeah.
posted that. You're already like you're over 3 miles in. You're like what, almost 10 now? Like,
Oh,
dang,
I
yo.
did 5 yesterday. I'm up to 8 miles now. I'm 8 miles in.
Woo! You're
Mhm.
killing it, crushing it,
Yeah.
man.
So I finished the Mount Kilimanjaro last. Was
Uh-huh.
it last week or the week before?
It was last week. Last week, I think
Last
so.
week. And
Yeah,
then
yeah.
our good friend Johnny roped me into doing another one. Thanks, Johnny. Um,
Good old Johnny.
Good old
Nice.
John stepping up, committing me to exercise.
Oh
Blech.
man. How
So
are you, Johnny?
I'm doing the Mount Fuji one,
Ooh.
and I also got suckered into signing up for the Inca Trail one, which is only 26 miles, but the
Oh, okay.
Mount Fuji one is 46 miles.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So yeah,
Okay.
so did that. It's been kind of crappy weather here, so not really a lot of
Oh.
options. I
Yeah.
know, I know, I know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, but it was a busy weekend. It was good. Watching a series on Netflix, which I just finished watching,
Ooh, do
called
tell.
Making a Murderer.
Oh, so I can never really get into shows like that because I'm not about like the gore stuff, which is funny because I love action movies,
Uh-huh.
but like knowing like real true events about stuff like that,
Mhm.
I'll watch them every so often, but I'm not really into them that big. But this one's like I've heard a lot of other people talking about this one too. So
Yeah.
who was the murderer on this time?
Well, so it's about this guy, Stephen Avery, who was
Hmm.
wrongfully accused and convicted of a rape, so many years
Yeah.
ago, and
Hmm.
spent 18 years in jail. And DNA testing freed him, and it
Hmm.
was found not guilty, and they let him out.
Okay.
And he filed a lawsuit in his town, and it's a small town. People are kind of against him.
Yeah.
And he filed a lawsuit for damages, a $36 million lawsuit. And then all of a sudden,
Makes sense.
after this lawsuit is filed,
Hmm.
some girl goes missing, is raped and murdered and burned. Her body's burned,
Yeah.
and this whole thing happens. And all of a sudden, they pin it on him. So now he's back in
Right.
jail,
Uh-huh.
and it's been another lifelong battle for him. But the interesting piece is he has now retained Kathleen Zellner as his lawyer, and I don't know.
I'm not familiar with the name Kathleen
Oh, if I
Zeller.
ever had a girl crush, oh my god. Um,
Okay. Wait for the
I
actress or the real person? Because are you seeing the real people or you're seeing
this
the
is a
people
true
portraying?
story. This is a true story. This really happened in Manitowoc County in Wisconsin.
No, but what I'm saying is like, are you falling in love with like? So are they showing reenactments or are they
No, no,
showing you
no.
pictures of the real
This
people?
is a documentary. It's real people.
Okay, all
Real
right.
people. I
Mm-hmm.
am, yeah, so girl crushing on her. We think the same, in terms of investigation
Uh
type
huh.
things,
Yeah.
and I love the way she thinks. I love like her style, her she's very thorough, which I really.
Mm-hmm.
um, I don't get me wrong. I'm not by any means comparing myself to Kathleen Zellner. She's fabulous. She's like the upper echelon of women and lawyers. But yeah, I really enjoy her. Anyways, so he's retained her, and she's fabulous. And now they're trying to get a new trial to
Yeah.
exonerate him. And there's
Mm-hmm.
other family members involved, and it's just a big kind of
Yeah.
trying to figure out who done it, right? So
Right.
it's been there's two season episodes, no, two seasons
Mm-hmm.
out now. So I just
Yeah.
finished watching both seasons. So I'm
Okay.
hoping there's a third one coming out soon.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so fascinating. And
No, no, I agree because a lot of people don't realize how I want to choose my words carefully. How
be free,
uh
be free, Jay. Free as a bird. Ah.
people don't realize how human the justice system is because people control the justice system and people make mistakes. So even if
All the time.
someone under their best intentions are
Mm.
trying to do what's right, they make mistakes and we try to assume that everyone is guilty before the verdicts come out, right? So
Yeah.
now in the case of this man, he was accused once, acquitted. So
Mm.
you think everyone will be like, oh, well, he was innocent, but no, there's still that perception of like, we know you really did it. We don't care what to say. We really.
Mm, mm,
And then
mm.
something else happened, and because it was similar, they think. Which I mean, I don't know if the man's guilty or not, but it's just the fact of how people just don't let things go. They choose to
He's
judge
not.
you
I'll
regardless.
say it. He's not.
I only say that because I haven't seen it, and like I'm assuming he's not because I've come to realize when you look at the statistics of justice system,
Yeah.
not just in America but in a lot of different places,
Mm.
the courts tend to give a false verdict more often than they give an actual verdict of a guilty person, just because of people's biases.
Yeah, I've been in the legal field for over 10 years, and
Hmm.
it's one of those things where you have a great respect for the law, but you also realize that it's massively, massively flawed.
Right.
Um, and I see that all the time. And the law really isn't about proving you're right. It's about
Mm-hmm.
proving that someone else is wrong.
Exactly.
And that is sometimes, it should be based on the facts. And
Mm-hmm.
like you said, there is a lot of bias involved, and
Yeah.
there is human error. um and as impartial as judges are supposed to be, they do have opinions and
Mm-hmm.
their own thought processes and their own morals and characters. And
Yeah.
that there's no way that doesn't come into play when they're making a
Mm-hmm.
decision. um, and unfortunately for this gentleman, it's a small town, and there's the same cops and the same lawyers
Yeah.
who handle everything.
Mm-hmm.
So they're very closely knit
Yeah.
in that community. So once you've got a target on your back, it's sort of, you know, um, it kind of sticks there. But yeah, definitely. I mean, I like the case that sticks out to in my mind the most, of the
Mm-hmm.
most egregious process that had ever occurred. And this is to my knowledge. I'm sure there's
Right.
other
Yeah.
cases that are much
Mm-hmm.
worse, but and I think I've mentioned this book before on the show. A man by the name of Anthony Ray Hinton.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, a black man in the South was
Mm-hmm.
accused of assault, rape, and murder
Yeah.
of of a woman, and it was basically a race crime. And he was arrested,
Mm-hmm.
and was put away for 30 years in jail. Excuse me. And I won't get into the details because we only have, a 3-hour
Right.
show here. But
Mm-hmm.
but anyways, he was able to prove his innocence with
Mm-hmm.
by hiring a lawyer, Brian Stevenson.
Right.
And yeah, we talked about this before, and
Mm-hmm. We did.
they just made a movie about it, with
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it
Jordan.
was
What is it? Michael J.
Just Mercy,
Gosh,
I believe is what it is.
Just
Yeah.
Mercy. What's the name I'm trying to think of that I'm screwing up?
Michael B. Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan and Jamie Foxx.
Thank you. Yeah. Um, and it's one of the I've read his book at least twice now,
Mm-hmm.
and his mental fortitude and his thought process and
Mm-hmm.
positivity in trying to get through those years, and what he had
Yeah.
to do and the mindset he had to put himself in to get through all of
Mm-hmm.
those years just blows me away. And it
Right.
just speaks to how incredibly flawed the
Mm-hmm.
system can be. It isn't always, but it seriously can be. And it's just,
Mm-hmm.
it blows me away every time I see something like that, like Anthony Ray Hinton, or I
Mm-hmm.
see a case like this one in Making a Murderer with Stephen Avery and his
Yeah.
family. How the actual facts are just so blatantly disregarded.
Right. You'll get people just blatantly connecting dots that don't go together. One of the cases that
Absolutely.
always sticks out in my mind is the exonerated Central Park Five.
Oh yeah,
And these poor kids lost their
kids.
lives
Yes.
because the media had already presumed they were guilty. And they had this lady just going for blood because she needed someone to
Mhm.
be held accountable. And
Mhm.
these were kids. And funny enough, at the time, I was their age of when this happened. So that
Mhm.
easily it could have been me or a lot of other people that I knew. So
Mhm.
it's just one of those sad things that it's like, it's, we can see a sign that says, don't swallow bleach or
Sure.
don't do something, right? And because at some point somebody did it, right? So now you have to put that caution up there to say, oh, please don't do this. But for
Right.
some reason, when it
Mhm.
comes to the justice system or other systems that we find in error, we say, oh, that was just one instance. We don't have to change it. But yet we do that for almost every other aspect of our lives. Like, I don't get it. But anyway, I digress.
Yeah, yeah. I don't. Did you watch that documentary on Netflix with the Exonerated Five?
I did. It brought me to tears,
Yeah.
and particularly when they got to, oh, I can't remember. Well, he's a man now, but by the time they got to the older one of the
Mm.
group who is
Mm.
mentally challenged,
Yeah. Corey.
because yeah, Corey, yes, thank
Yeah.
you. Because Corey's situation was different than other kids because he was right at the edge of being a child and legally an adult.
Mm-hmm.
So they've at first put him into the juvenile system. And then he went, I think like 3 months after that, he went
Went
straight into
into
a
the
maximum security prison for men.
Yep.
And
Yep.
he spent, what is it, 12, 15 years there? And I'm just like, oh my
Horribly,
God.
horribly tortured and abused in
So
there. Mm-hmm.
yeah, I just can't
He's
imagine.
on I'm sorry, Jay. I keep interrupting you. I'm passionate
Oh,
about
no.
this. Sorry. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Let me take a sip. Continue.
No, it's just one of those things. Like when you read these stories, it's hard for me to believe that people can't connect because we're human. These were kids that happened to this. And even the man that
Yep.
you're speaking of now, he was a human. And like, don't get me wrong, like if someone is guilty, yes, by all means, hold them accountable to the full extent of the law.
Mm.
However, we got to stop treating everything as if one, no one's innocent, and two, that no one is allowed to have some type of rehabilitation. Because if you're a person and you were convicted of a crime and you gone through that whole sentence and you did that time, in my mind, you should have all rights and you should be free. No one should even bring up the fact that you were in jail. Why is it? Because I don't know how it is in Canada, but I know in America, even if a convict serves their time and they get out, they still have to write on every job application, everywhere they go, that they were convicted of whatever crime it was. I mean, I think California just changed it where convicts don't have to do that.
Okay.
But it's still the fact of they still have to have that scarlet letter on their back because they did something. And I'm like, what happened to forgiveness? What happened to rehabilitation? Like people don't change. So you're telling me after 10, 15 years, someone isn't a different person? Of course they are. But
I think for me, the only caveat to that would be if there's, anything crimes against children, if there's, kidnapping or rape or assault or abuse against children. I personally would want to know that.
Yeah.
If I was an employer or if I was a person living in that area, I personally would want to be aware of that, especially if I had children, because it doesn't matter. I mean, it doesn't matter how unbiased you are. I think when you have children, your brain just goes automatically to
no, I absolutely agree. I mean, I still think we could treat it with a little bit more sensitivity because yes, if you have children, of course, you'd want to be aware of any potential danger for your children. I still feel there should be some type of rehabilitation process. If you're convicted of that type of crime, then yeah, you clearly don't need to work at a daycare, anything that involves children, stuff like that. Yeah.
I mean, I think there's certain caveats for things like that.
Yeah.
But I just think, I mean, I won't spend too much time on this, but I think that it's one thing to accuse someone of doing something. It's another thing to, and especially as you say, with these kids, I want to emphasize that kids, it's another thing entirely to steal their life because you're focused on a conviction that you can't bother to spend the time to look into to see who really did it. I think it's deplorable. I think it's disgusting. I think it's a waste of a life. And you can follow a lot of the Exonerated Five on Instagram. Corey is King Corey on Instagram. So if anybody wants to follow him, and Raymond is on there as well too.
Yeah.
But I think it's absolutely deplorable. And I don't know how I don't know when you're the lawyer or the judge in that case, and you see the facts and you see that there aren't any against these kids who have been coerced and taken advantage of. I don't know how you live with yourself.
I don't either, because if I was a judge, if I read a police report that said these children were sequestered without adult or parental guidance or lawyer, to me, that would have been my first red flag.
Should have been thrown out.
For me. Right. Exactly. So it's just the whole thing about that particular case are just like, when you really look at it, you're just like, how did this even get through the system the way it did? But it's a sad fact, particularly in America, and it's appalling, and it makes me sad when I think about stuff like that.
Yeah, it does. And I just want to make mention too. I know a lot of people refer to it as the Central Park Five, but I think it's really important to acknowledge them as the exonerated five. So that's why I keep saying that. If it
Exactly.
differs, if people are listening to this and the title that I'm saying is different from the documentary that they've watched, that's why I'm saying that.
Yes.
I refer to them as the exonerated five. So
Right. Exactly.
Anywho, my friend, we have a fabulous show today.
We do, man.
BTW, what are you drinking? Hello.
So, of course, as again, to stay with the theme of Star Wars, I have my Baby Yotes mug, which I know his name is Grogu, but I still call him Baby Yotes.
Baby Yotes.
And I am drinking peppermint tea today, and I'm feeling quite pepperminty today.
Very nice, very nice. I have got my, you're going to be proud of me. I have my decaf back.
Oh, yeah, you finally got some. Yeah, the lines must have came down. Must have toned down a little bit.
Got my decaf and my oat milk. I usually have almond milk, but I'm going with the oat milk this time.
Do you like oat milk? Like, I've tried oat milk service, and I'm not knocking anybody who likes oat milk. It just wasn't for me, but
you know, I always tend to go with the almond milk, but you know what I find? The almond milk can be a little gassy.
Yeah, true that. And I'm more of a soy milk person.
Even the carton in the fridge, when I open the carton, it like so I'm like, okay, if there's enough air in that carton, what is happening in Jenny's insides right now?
I don't think I've noticed it that much, but yeah, I agree with you. I'm more of a soy milk person, just because like I've read the benefits and stuff for it like that. But yeah, I like soy milk. Almond milk, I'll drink it, but I tend to be more of a soy person.
Yeah. Well, I'm on this this oat milk this week. I might try that. I might try the soy. I might try the soy next. I like to try new things. I like to switch it up. Yeah, but we'll see. The lineup for this show, let me tell you, I'm very excited. We are going to talk about 3 animal facts that we wish were not true. We've got our famous 3-question draw. Yep. We have our best Chuck Norris jokes. We're going to play a little game called This or That. And as always, there's a rumor, sir, that you have a tip of the day.
I do. Ooh, of course I do. And don't forget, we got some shout outs. We got a little bit of shout outs.
Oh my gosh, the shout outs. Okay, let me apologize right now.
Did you forget the shout outs?
No, listen, here it goes. Every week for the last 2 or 3 weeks, I have either forgotten a part of the show or I have said something backwards.
Oh man, it's all good because we all know that you're a boss lady. You're the next Oprah coming up, and it's expected. Like, we know you're juggling many things, and we get it. Like, every so often a ball falls, no pun intended, and it just happens.
Balls. Okay.
Careful, morning show.
It's been a while since I've seen a ball falling. I want to acknowledge that our Wednesday edition, I believe I said Wednesday Wake Up edition. Ugh, gross. Last Wednesday one we posted. That's so freaking hard to say that line.
Man. It really is.
Last week I forgot your tip of the day, Jay. You had to pull out all the stops. You're like, whoa, bitch, right out the way. Get out the way. I got a tip of the day.
Anyone listening knows I would not call you that at all. But yes, I did have to say, whoa, hold up there a little, but it's all good. It happens. That's what I'm here for. We got each other's back. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I hear you. So I apologize, but you have a tip of the day. And if we get to the show, at the end of the show, and I have like early onset dementia, just flag me down.
Yeah. Well, I would do it just like that too. I'm just waving my hands frantically in there. Okay. Like I'm Forrest Gump off the boat. Hey! Okay.
Jenny!
Exactly. Which I know how much you hate that, so I would never do that.
I don't hate it. I don't mind it. There was like a period of 2 years where everyone was like, Jenny, will you be my girl?
I was about to say, how often did that happen to you when you were younger? Like, Jenny.
Yeah.
Jenny.
For the longest time.
Oh, man.
All right.
Oh man.
Let's get to these animal facts because these are mind-blowing for
Ooh.
me.
Word.
Do you want to go
Word.
first?
Sure. Yeah, I'll go first. So my number one is elephants in the wild have a specific alarm call that means human. So they tell each other humans are coming. I did not know that. And that saddens me because I love animals. I know a lot of people love elephants. And the
Mhm.
fact that we have become such a danger to them, they have a specific call to say, watch out, here come a crazy human. So that is, wow.
Oh
Yeah,
man. Yeah, I wish that wasn't true. I wish they loved us.
I know, right?
'Cause we love
Exactly.
them. Yeah.
So my next one is I have to make sure that I say this name correctly.
Okay.
Proboscis monkeys taunt e-
Huh.
they
Yeah.
taunt each other
Mm.
with boners.
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay, so they don't have to use the middle finger. They just and if you haven't seen the picture of these monkeys,
Uh-huh.
it tends to be big and red,
Uh-huh.
and just they just taunt each other
Yeah.
with
Stiff
that.
crowd.
So,
Stiff crowd.
oh yeah, yeah, hard to please anyone there. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah. So number three is
Mm.
several species of birds.
Oh,
They keep cool by defecating on themselves.
what a shit show. Oh my God.
Exactly. My thoughts. My thoughts. Yeah, entirely. Wow.
Oh, ooh.
Okay. Yeah. Things I wish I did not know. So yeah.
Oh gosh.
Mhm.
How do they do that exactly? Do they just back up to the person behind them and they poop on them, or do they poop on the ground and then roll around in it? Like, how do you poop?
It's more of
How
like
does
they
one
poop
poop
on
on
each other.
oneself?
Yeah. It's weird because like they kind of poop on each other, but at the
Mm,
same time, like a lot of times,
mm.
like they might be pooping on a branch, and then it falls underneath, and then they kind of swoop under to let it fall. It's a weird. Like look up videos. It's crazy what it's. I don't know. It's weird.
Wow. It's an entire poop Olympics. Like
Yeah.
they shot put the poop and then they
So
dive for it.
you can't make some of this stuff up. It's just like
Oh my
really
God.
wow.
I've
Okay.
shot put the poop. Shot
The
put the
things
poop.
animals do. So yeah.
Wow. Okay.
You're
Um,
three.
my three, here we go.
Mhm.
Now this one confuses me. Um,
Hmm.
when male bees mate, their
Mhm.
sexual organs explode.
Now
Um,
I've seen male bees like they do like this dance thing, but you're telling me their genitals explode?
explode, which is confusing to me because
Is this before or after the act?
no, it's when they mm, is that not does that not happen though when you procreate?
Um, I I don't think I would ever say it exploded. I mean, there's been projectile, but nothing exploded.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've heard
Uh,
uh mention of explode.
I mean, you could
Mm.
describe it that way, but uh, depending on how long it's been, how excited. But I don't think I ever on a day-to-day basis say, yo,
Uh-huh.
it exploded.
Hmm. Okay. I mean
Okay, bees.
I'm a
All
little
right.
yeah, I'm a little confused about that one. So
I am
apparently,
too.
yeah,
Yeah.
bees
Hmm.
their junk
Hmm.
explodes. Okay.
Okay.
Koalas,
Hmm.
get this, only have one orifice that they pee, poop, and procreate from. And because of that, they are riddled with chlamydia.
Let's see. I've heard that they had chlamydia, but I didn't know that was why. Okay.
Big time. Big time. These cute, cuddly, furry STDs. Ugh.
Wow.
Mm,
That
yeah.
is. Yeah.
I wish I didn't
Uh,
know that. Yeah. Did
thanks
you
for
know?
sharing.
Did you know, Jay, that when ducks get bored, they become cannibals?
I think no, I did not know that.
They will eat each
Okay.
other. They will eat each other.
Like, is that a? I was going to ask, is that a survival of the fittest? But as you said, because they're bored, so I'm like,
Ducks are apparently violent
oh
creatures.
yeah, I've known that. Like ducks, geese, all fowls tend to be very violent creatures.
Really?
So yes,
Ooh.
but the fact that they eat each other, that I'm
Yes.
like, and like what level, like what at what level of boredom does the duck have to be? Like, are you just swimming around like, oh, nothing to do? Hey, Fred, come here. You know what I'm saying? Like
This is
what
what
do
I'm
you
saying.
do?
Yeah, this is what
So
I'm saying. I mean, like, do they like are things so bad with COVID that they've actually cut funding for duck activities? Like they're just bored now. They don't have any.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
I I don't understand. Like that's I'm trying to wrap my head because I'm like, because animals, like, they're out, all animals are just doing stuff that seems kind of boring to us because they're just outside. So like, what games do ducks play? Like, what are they doing to entertain themselves? And again, what point do they decide that they're bored, and
Is that
particularly
where they
bored enough
got
to eat someone?
duck duck goose from?
I guess so. And
Mm.
that puts new meaning to it. Duck, duck, goose. Yeah. Yeah. I just,
I the only thing I remember as a child, so I used to go to this pond with my nana when I was little.
yeah.
We would go for a walk and we'd go and feed the ducks and the geese at the pond with,
Yeah.
like stale bread, because that's what you did back then. We know now that that's
Hmm.
not, you don't do that, but we didn't know
Yeah.
back then.
Don't feed, yeah, people don't feed
Yeah.
goose or ducks bread. Please don't.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
all I remember is I went to go feed this goose, geese, goosey, a
You went
goo.
to feed, the goose.
A
Okay.
guy, a
Yeah.
goose. Yeah, a goose. I fed a goose, and
Okay.
it snapped off my hand.
You weren't feeding it fast enough.
Can you believe it? What a teeth! What a
Oh
teeth!
man, yo. I
Snapped
told
my
you, like, they can be some very aggressive animals. They really can. People,
It's
I mean, don't get me wrong,
scary.
they are very cute, they are very majestic,
Yeah,
but they are some very violent fowl. They really
yeah.
are.
I mean, when you're 3 years old, that's traumatic.
Yeah, by far. My daughter had a similar experience like that.
Oh
Yeah.
no, really?
Well, yeah, her and my wife were out feeding geese that were by a river where I used to work at, and they
Mm,
were waiting for me to get off of work. So my wife was out there feeding it, and I guess she wasn't feeding them fast enough, kind of like how you're saying. So she
yeah.
decided to just throw all of the bread
Oh no.
at them, and I guess one geese wasn't having it, and he started clamping at my wife as she was running away, holding my daughter. And ever since
Oh,
then, my daughter has not really liked birds at all.
oh
So
no.
yeah, yeah,
Oh my goodness, that's
it
insane.
is.
Well, the lesson here today is stay away from fowl.
Agreed. Wow.
Let's play a little bit of this or that, my friend.
Okay. All right. Let's go.
I'm
Let's
gonna
do that.
shoot out a series of thises or that's, and
Mm-hmm.
you tell me what you prefer:
Okay. Okay. All right.
brownies or chocolate chip cookies.
Ooh. Uh,
Mm.
brownies.
Ooh,
Yeah.
nice. Television or radio?
Oh. Oh. Uh. Television.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Bicycle or skateboard?
Skateboard. I'm a
Really?
skater boy. See you later, boy. Sorry, go ahead. Yeah.
Wow. Do you know how to ride a skateboard, Jay? Because I don't.
I used to decades ago.
Mm.
I don't think it's wise for me to get on one now, but decades I used to be quite a skater.
Oh, very
I can still
nice.
inline skate though. I don't
Oh,
skateboard
you
anymore.
can?
Yeah.
I can only go in one direction if I'm not required to stop on smooth pavement. That's my inline skating experience.
So you don't inline skate at all.
Well, I mean, if that's what you want to call it. I mean, nachos
Yeah.
or tacos?
Nachos. Nachos.
Mhm,
Yeah.
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 Lots of nacho ideas are running in my head right now.
All right.
Yes. Imagine I were to build an entire business around nachos.
Oh, there's so many things you could do with nachos.
I
I love them.
wonder
Like,
what I would
so
call
many.
it. Hmm. Magazines or novels?
Novels.
Yeah, I thought so. I thought so, Jay. All right, sir. That's all I have. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. I got a few for you as well.
Mhm.
So this one I think I already know the answer to. Peanut butter or jelly?
Oh. Peanut butter.
Of course. Yeah, I know it. Soup or salad?
Oh, salad.
Oh,
Yep. All day. Every day.
plain Plane or train?
Uh, When you say train, do you mean like cross Atlantic train, or do you mean like subway, like the tube?
Just like crossing land, like you're traveling. You're just going somewhere, like a nice summer traveling on a train or a plane. No, plane or train.
I've never done the train before, like that
Mm,
kind of train, so I'll say
yeah.
train.
Oh,
I don't hate flying. I'm just
yeah.
not a huge fan of it.
I see.
It's just
Mhm.
still weird for me that you hang in the air like that. Like you drive and you drive on clouds. Like that's weird to me. Like I don't know.
I've
Like
never heard it called that, but okay. Like I've never heard it like described that way, but I like it. All right. It's
yeah.
okay. Cruise or resort?
Oh God. Oh God. Resort. Oh God. Cruise. I would die. I get insane motion sickness.
Ooh, wow.
And
Okay.
everybody
Yeah.
that I know that has gone on a cruise has gotten ill from like one thing or another on a cruise.
Really? I
Yeah.
love cruises. I have been on
Really?
3 cruises. I've had a
What?
ball every time. I love cruises. If you were to ask me that, it would have been cruise every day, all day. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love resorts as
Yeah.
well, but cruises, if I could have my choice, I would be on a boat 24/7 getting served my ties and Long Island iced teas every day, all day, eating until I got fat and exploded. I tell you, I
You'd be a king to
would.
be.
That would be exactly for different reasons. But yes. Um, the moon or the sun?
Oh, the moon.
Oh, I had a feeling. Okay.
Yeah.
Um, beach or lake?
Ooh. God,
I know,
dang
right?
it, Jay. Why you gotta mess with my emotions so early in the morning? Um,
Ah,
there's one particular lake I really want to see.
mm-hmm,
Um, Lake Louise. So let's let's leave Lake Louise out of that, and
mm-hmm.
I'll say beach. But
Oh,
I would only, yeah, that's my one, yeah, caveat to
okay. All right.
that.
I got a few more.
Okay.
Rural or city living?
Rural.
Mm-hmm. Books or TV?
Books.
Healthy solitude or social gathering?
Healthy solitude.
I so knew that. So knew that. Comedy or romance?
Comedy.
All right, that's all I got.
Those are good. I like
Yeah,
those. Those are good. Yeah. Healthy solitude.
yeah. Of course, had to put healthy in there because a lot of people will be solituding and it
Yeah.
is not healthy. So yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one. Now I don't know if you grew up with these being like hilarious when you were a kid, but
Mm-hmm.
there was a period of time in the 90s where everything was a Chuck Norris joke.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I remember
And
that time. Yeah.
oh my gosh, I don't
Mhm.
even remember who's the show Chuck Norris was on. Like he
Walker, Texas Ranger.
Walker, Texas Ranger.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
got some like for a short period of time, it grew like
Mm-hmm.
mass success, and like
Well,
everyone was talking about Chuck Norris.
well, Chuck Norris actually had like I think he was like a third or fourth degree black belt, so he actually
Mhm.
like could do karate, but his claim to fame was roundhouse kicks. That was like his claim to fame.
Yeah.
I was always a little mad because I thought Bruce Lee was better, and it's been proven because they actually fought in a tournament where Bruce Lee kicked his butt. Plus,
Ooh.
in a movie, Enter the Dragon, I think it was. I may be funny. It might not be Enter the Dragon, but
Yeah.
also in that movie, Chuck Norris lost as well. But anyway, I'm a Bruce Lee fan, but Chuck Norris, I remember those jokes, but I have a bittersweet not rivalry, but hatred for Chuck Norris, should I say?
Oh, a
And
hatred.
and
That's a strong word, Jay.
and
Hatred.
it's well, okay, so maybe it's not Chuck Norris. I think it's the show Walker Texas Ranger. And
I
and
didn't
I hate
particularly like it. No.
I hated it because growing up, my last name was Walker. Okay.
Right. Yes.
And growing up with that show on the air, everyone would come to me, "Hey, Texas Ranger, what up, Tex?" And I'm just
Hey.
like, "Really, really? I look nothing like him." I mean, you might want to say I'm the plucky best friend that he has on the show, but other than that, I'm like, "Really? That's the best you guys got? Come on!" But
Man.
it just annoyed me. So yeah, it rubs me
Yeah.
the wrong way.
I feel you on that one. Well, we do have some Chuck Norris jokes, which and I Whether you like the show or not, whether you like the guy or not, these jokes
Hmm.
I think are hilarious. And some aren't jokes, some are just statements, but they're classified under Chuck Norris jokes. So we have a
Exactly.
few of them. So
Hmm.
would you like to go first? Do you want me to go first?
Oh, you can go first. I went first on another one. You can go first on
Um
this one.
Chuck Norris once kicked a horse in the chin. Its descendants are now known as giraffes.
Wow, that's pretty bad. Pretty bad. Pretty bad. Wow. Wow. Mm-mm-mm.
Oh, Chuck Norris can divide by 0.
If you haven't noticed, folks, Chuck Norris jokes are kind of almost like dad jokes. They really are. But wow.
Chuck Norris doesn't wear a watch. He decides what time it is.
They're so bad. So bad.
That's all I got.
Oh, wow. Okay. So if you didn't know, Chuck Norris counted to infinity twice. Right. And the funny thing about it, though, counting to infinity took a long time. So if you don't know, Chuck Norris also does not sleep. He waits.
He waits.
Okay. All right. And and like I said before, like I'm not the hugest Chuck Norris fan. So
Yeah.
I was always a Bruce Lee fan. And I always wonder why there wasn't any Bruce Lee jokes like Chuck Norris. It's because Bruce Lee is no joke. Word.
Oh,
Like what I did there.
bomb
Right.
drop.
but in all serious, Bruce Lee once threw a grenade, killed 50 people, then the grenade went off.
Is this a Chuck Norris joke or a Bruce Lee joke?
So yes, you're right. So I'm sorry, I did get off on a tangent on Bruce Lee for a little bit, but my Chuck Norris joke: he once won a game of Connect 4 in 3 moves, and that's all I got. That's all I got.
Oh my gosh! Oh, did you know that Chuck Norris doesn't get the flu shot? The flu gets the Chuck Norris shot.
Oh man, wow.
Oh, fun for the whole family, folks.
Nice, I know, right? Oh wow.
Let's move on to our 3-question draw.
Alrighty. Okay. All right.
If there were 10 people in your house, Jay, and only enough water to fill the bathtub once, what number would you want to be in to take your bath if you couldn't go first or last?
Where did you find that question?
This is what you get at 3 a.m. when I'm awake planning the show.
Yo, I'm like, what kind of cycle? What does this prove how I answer? Like, what does it say about me in the video? How I answer this question? Wow. So I would say, being the person that I am, I would volunteer to be one of the last people to go. So I would say 9. If I had the
9.
option. That's what I would do, because the person that I am, I would let my kids, my wife, everyone take a bath before I did, so that way I'll be washing in their filth versus me washing in, you know what I'm saying? So I would do it that way.
9.
But that's just me.
Yeah, that ain't me, bro. I'd be 2.
Oh, trust me, like my first thought is like, 2, but I have to consider everybody in my house. So yeah, it'd be that way.
If you could create your own band, which 3 artists, dead or alive, would you choose to be in your band?
Oh my God, that is such a hard question. What are you doing to me today? Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh. There's so many great musicians, and I love music. Oh my God. First person, hands down, Michael Jackson. That'll be my first.
Yeah, I can see that.
So be Michael. And this is hard because you want to pick lead people, but you can't have all leads in a band.
Well,
so,
they would conflict with each other because they'd all be so overbearing. Yeah.
So my next person would be Slash, my guitarist.
Yeah.
My next person will be Flea as a drummer. Flea or Travis Barker?
Ooh,
But I can
ooh.
only pick one, right? So,
I do
Flea or
Flea.
Travis? Flea or Travis? Yeah, I think I would do Flea.
Yeah, I
I'm
do.
sorry, Travis. I think I would do Flea. And Flea's from Red Hot Chili Peppers, if you don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
So, and then I also I
You
have my
went for four.
guitarist, I have
Yeah.
my drummer,
Yeah.
and so I need one more person.
Are you not going with Michael? Not going with Michael Jackson?
Oh, though, wait a minute. How was I supposed? How many people
3.
was I supposed to
But
pick?
you can pick
Oh,
4.
okay,
You can
okay.
pick 4.
One more then. So I gotta have my I would have to have a backup guitarist for the bass.
Uh-huh.
I would pick ooh
BB King,
I,
BB King, BB King.
I'm thinking BB King, but the way that I have it set up already, BB King wouldn't mesh well with that.
Okay.
So I'm thinking the bassist from Queen. I forgot what his name is, and I'm so sorry, rock gods. But the bassist from Queen. That's where I would go.
That sounds like if I would go to a show with those guys in the band.
I know, right? What our name is, I would not know. But that would be the band.
Wowzers, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Last question here. If you were in an adult film, what would be your porn name?
It will be Totes My Goat.
Totes My Goat.
That's the first thing that came to my head. Totes My Goat.
Oh my
That would be my porn name. Wow.
Oh well. Oh,
starring
man.
Totes My Goat.
People just be
featuring Totes My Goat.
Toting your goat all over town.
Ramrod meets Tote My Goat. I can see it. Like I can see it now. I visualize it. Totes My Goat.
She's seen in shining lights in Vegas. Totes My Goat.
Oh man, yo. Oh wow.
Okay.
Okay. If now not only feel man, my courses suck. Like, yeah, those courses are awesome. I love that. If you could have one magical power, what would it be?
Stop time.
Oh, dang, you said that quick too. Dang, okay. Oh, stop time. All right. All right. So if you were given the choice of invisibility or being able to fly, which one would it be and why?
Gosh, that's a tough one. I'd say invisible. Because then I could still get around just as much as I could if I was flying. If I was invisible, I could still get through, the borders and
True.
and such. Yeah,
Mhm.
I'd say invisible. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Oh, and why? Yeah, why? Oh, I just told you why.
Yeah.
That's why,
Okay.
Jay.
All right. Would you rather live in a world of magic or superheroes?
Oh gosh. The first inkling is for people to say, well, I'll not say people, but I think most people would, and right off the bat, say magic. But I'm going to go with superheroes because in a world of magic, I think it would get to the point where you're so confused about what's real and what's not. It really would alter your perception of life. So if you're in a world of superheroes, you'd have like the ability to do certain things, but you still have like camaraderie and friendship and protection around you. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. I can take that answer. All right.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
Yeah. I think that's the bulk of our show. It feels like it went by so fast.
It did, because we have fun. We have fun doing our show, but don't forget the shout outs.
And oh gosh, there we go. Ding ding ding. Alzheimer's set in. Alzheimer's set in. Check, please.
Oh man. Yeah.
3 shout outs. Gosh, Jay.
Oh, wow.
Who am I gonna shout out? Okay, you go first because I am not prepared, as they say, for shout outs.
Okay. So my first one, she's on Instagram and she's on TikTok. She's an awesome human being. She's a veteran. She motivates women and men. She's just an all-around nice, awesome person. She's into her fitness game. Heidi Gabriella. She's an awesome person. You can find her under that, and she's just dope. My next person is my boy Ernest. Dr. Bartender. You can find him on TikTok and Instagram. His niche is he works at a bar, and he'll show you how to make certain fancy drinks. Or if you give him, hey, make me this and give it a name, he'll do that for you. Plus,
Oh,
he has
cool.
very informative stuff. He's just very cool, very low key guy from Seattle. I said Seattle. Yes, I believe he's in Seattle. So yes, awesome dude.
Yeah.
Love it. My next person is my boy Joel. He's on TikTok, Points by Joel. He's very down to earth, very low key guy, very simple. He likes to make people laugh, likes to make people smile. He's a very real, seemingly real individual, and he's just I love him to death. Well, I love all three of these people, but just really good people, human beings. Go follow all of them.
Very nice, very nice. Well, I have to give a shout out to Anel Martinez. I featured him a few times in my magazine. He writes poetry. He is one of the kindest, gentlest men I have ever known. He's a great friend. He's always motivating, always there for people. You can find him on TikTok at I always say Analucci, but it's Anel Cucci on TikTok.
Yes, the first time I had to say his name in a live, I was like, "Am I saying that right?"
Yes, and he knows. Everybody knows. Yeah. But he does a lot of cosplay too, which I mean, I'm sure you relate to him in that way too, because he does a lot of like that.
And he's also low key writing a book. He keeps it secret, but he's writing a book.
So, he is. He's just a really lovely man. Very supportive and kind-hearted, humble human being. I also have to shout out a member of my team on the spiritual growth and development team, Pastor Daryl J. Ellis. You can find him at Daryl James Ellis on Instagram and DJ Daryl on TikTok. Him and his wife, Mary, just such beautiful people. He's been there for me through a lot of ups and downs and hard times, and always been such a blessing to my life. And he's a great, great man, and I have a lot of respect for him. He's like a father to me. So I have a lot of love and respect for him. So him, and then the other member of my team, the other Daryl, not the other Daryl, but we have two Daryls. We have two Daryls, Daryl E. Mason. You can find him on T Mace 2005 on Instagram, and Hope Dealer on TikTok. And if you haven't caught one of his lives, one of his spiritual lives on TikTok, you are missing out big time. Super motivating, super kind, always very supportive, shows me a lot of love.
I love that name though, Hope Dealer. That's a dope name.
Yeah. And he tells a story about how he got that name. But so shout out to him too. And great people, and I'm very lucky to have these people in my life. So yeah.
Sweet, man.
I'm shutting them out.
Awesome. Okay.
Before I forget, sir, you have a tip of the day.
I do. I
remembered.
Yay! She remembered. So in the unfortunate event of a hurricane or other natural disaster, here's what I want you to do, people. Place hot dogs and or non-dairy cheeses in your pockets so the rescue dogs can find you first. Boom.
What?
I know, right?
Oh my, mind blown.
Yes. So yes, get to shelter, get to safety, but make sure you grab some stuff to put in food in your pockets so that way the rescue dogs can find you.
Wowzers, that is a tip if I ever heard one. Holy Hannah Banana.
Exactly. Yes.
Man, we should also let people know that we are thinking of switching it up on Wednesdays. So we usually do a news parody on Wednesdays. And it takes a minute to find those stories.
It really does.
Yeah. And although there's many stories, they are running out.
Yes, I don't know how news teams do it. I mean, I kind of do because they have staff and they have all these people that can go and find the stories for them.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was taking quite a while to find the stories, and then finding the right story, and then the content just doesn't come as fast as we need it. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it is
Yeah,
what it
so we're
is.
thinking of switching it up on Wednesdays. So if
Mm-hmm.
anyone has any suggestions of what they would like to see on a Wednesday, a midweek mini show, or if anyone has any input or comments or what have you,
Right.
feel free to go to our Instagram page, and we have a Beacons app in our link. And you can go to ask us a question or email us, and you can make some suggestions there. But we're kind of playing around with Wednesdays. So you might see some Wednesday posts. You might not see some Wednesday posts. Our Monday shows are going to be every Monday, of course. But
Yep.
Wednesdays, we're kind of like just, perusing other options for Wednesdays. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so we wanted to let people know that just in case they were looking for a Wednesday show and didn't see one posted every Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
and that is all, my friend. I think we want to remind people to like.
Share, comment, and also, Joe, just be a nice human being.
For reals, yo, for reals.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
You can find us on Instagram, on YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, and Google Podcast as well. So make sure you listen, download, watch. We love your comments, so make sure you
Oh
comment
yeah.
on our page. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I think that's it, my friend. Till next Monday.
Yeah, we'll see you all, you lovely people. Well, you'll see us. We won't really see you, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. It's good to see you, my friend.
Always, always, likewise.
Have a great day.
No. Sorry, I'm playing. Yes, I will have an awesome day, and
No,
you
no,
too.
you have a good day, Jay. You have a good day.
Oh, yes, awesome. Yes, you have a good day. Seriously, have a good day. Great day.
See you later.
All right, see you, everybody.
Bye.